This is our most important event of the school year. Obviously the most important fundraising event that we have as well. Sylvia Shelton Memorial Fall Luncheon, aptly named, and we're so thankful that you guys are here. Speaking of this event, it would not happen without the dedicated work of our development team, Kathy Coles and John Thomas. Let's please give them one more round of applause. Other staff members that help with special events and development that come, obviously our street school staff, but board of directors and advisory council members, and then our staff itself. I know Dana recognized our staff earlier. We are blessed with an amazing team. We are now 17 strong. We're growing as the street school grows and our impact becomes even greater. It takes a big team to do what we do, and we're very blessed to have some really dedicated folks that believe in our mission and, more importantly, believe in our students and the power of what the street school represents. Once again, we would not be able to do what we do without a few other folks, important folks in our lives at the street school: the Winston-Salem Center for Education and the Arts and St. Paul's Episcopal Church. Those are two entities that own the facilities where we reside, where we do our work. What they provide for us, we would not be able to get elsewhere. And all of that, any money saved because of the kind of the rent-free space that they afford us, goes directly into our program and impacts our students, like you'll see here in the video in just a second. Over the last year or so, we've gotten to work with Tracy Meisner of Meisner Media, the gentleman that's over here with the camera, who's not only a great guy and a very talented individual, really knows what he's doing, but he's become a believer in the street school and has kind of gone over and beyond to help us convey our story, either through media, through social media, through video like you'll see here in a second. Our latest video really does tell the story of the program through a couple different perspectives, and you'll see what I mean when you see it, but it does it in a really powerful way, and I feel like it kind of captures the essence of what the street school's about. I can't wait for you to hear from our two guest speakers. You will see them in the video, so please first enjoy this.
To me, the street school is a place of blessings.
I was not a very good student. I didn't make good grades.
Middle school, when COVID had hit, I dropped out of school. When everything went digital and online, I simply could not do it.
So I drop out. My dad says that you've either got to go to school or you've got to get a job. So I started working, and I didn't really like that. I said, working's not very fun. I was out for probably about 8 months, 9 months, and I found out about the street school from a friend of mine that found the street school.
Several years back in our strategic plan, our goal was to be able to serve a certain number of students that would gradually increase each year. We reached that number the first year out of the gate. And so our support had to follow suit, and thankfully it has. But yeah, that's still our number one challenge, is just to make sure that we have the funding level to sustain the growth of the program.
They just make me feel so comfortable and so at home. They engage with me simply like they actually care about me, and I never felt that way towards public school teachers. It seemed like I was just another student to them. But with the Winston-Salem Street School, these teachers take time out of their day, and it's just the engagement we have with each other, the dynamic It's something you can't find at a public school, in my opinion.
It just gave me motivation. I went from a D and F student to making like AB honor roll, which I'd never made before.
I'm sure your parents were not pleased with you dropping out. Pretty sure. What was their reaction when you started to change?
I think they're happy, and
will the tears that I saved for years take hold? These streets that once were paved in gold are letting memories go into diamond skies, diamond skies, diamond skies, letting memories go.
Well, and I mean, that transformation that we see with students, I mean, it's powerful. And yeah, there are times that you think, gosh, are we spinning our wheels here? There doesn't seem to be a lot of progress. And all of a sudden, light goes off in that student's head, their mind, their heart.
yeah, when I started like making decent grades and just being able to like complete classes that I'd failed before, you know, and getting back on track like with my high school.
And you can just see the difference between me and my brother from 2 years ago to now. It would be astronomical. This school has not only changed our grades, but also the way we behave at home and towards each other.
So this is our career prep class. We meet weekly on Wednesdays at the 12 o'clock hour, and this is the class where we get our students ready for whatever's next for them after graduation. That could be the military, that could be going straight to work, that could be starting their own business, that could be going to Forsyth Tech to further their education.
Support comes from this community in so many different ways. And we really try hard to reach out and bridge the gap, so to speak, and develop some of these relationships, maybe with the corporate community, to be able to provide job shadowing opportunities, and then maybe that could lead into employment opportunities. We realize that most of our students at the street school are going to be on more of a VOTEC kind of route, and so we really celebrate that. We've developed a dual enrollment program with Forsyth Tech here in town.
I plan on attending Forsyth Tech for 2 years and then enrolling into a 4-year university.
I didn't think I'd ever go to college, and then I decided that I would go to Forsyth Tech after the street school and continue my education.
So we support them in different capacities. For instance, if a student may not qualify as a high school student to take college classes, we also want them to matriculate into Forsyth Tech upon graduation.
Yeah, I actually was working part-time doing electrical work while I was at Forsyth Tech.
So my role is to go in and work with students who are getting ready to graduate, kind of get their brains moving in the direction of what they want to do after high school.
Yeah, I mentioned, we really couldn't do what we do at the school without the support of this community.
We don't want to make barriers. We want to make bridges for those students to cross over.
Still already had that experience of graduates coming back saying that this school made a difference in their life, and that's what's important.
If I hadn't have found the street school, I would have never graduated, would have never got my degree, probably never started my business. Yeah, I'm thankful for them, thankful that they're here in Winston and still serving our community.
Well, looking up here will definitely have your timbers shivered nonetheless. Good evening, everyone. My name is Selena Sierra, and I'm a senior at the Winston-Salem Street School. When I came to the street school, I had just been released from the hospital due to a suicide attempt. I was depressed, filled with anxiety and angry, not only at the world, but at myself. And not only that, but I did not have an education past the 6th grade. I went from an honor student to a failure in the public school's eyes. However, the Winston-Salem Street School gave me a sense of hope and relief I've never felt from the public school. From simply asking me about my day and listening to my boy problems and giving me advice to helping guide me down the right path in life to a better and brighter future. The staff is truly amazing. The love you receive from them is unlike any other. It's a one-on-one, personalized learning experience fit to you. I've never had so many teachers actually care to learn more about me as an individual rather than just seeing me as another student. They want to help you, whereas in the public school, I felt as though I was a burden to ask for help. The teachers that work here and the staff are heaven sent. I have a specific teacher that likes to start her day off with taking up prayer requests and praying over her classes. That is something very special and rare that you will not find in the public school today. Not to mention the opportunities that this school offers. They offer dual enrollment for students who want to continue their education beyond just high school. They also offer so many new experiences, such as a horse therapy program, swimming lessons, and my personal favorite, gardening club. Then most importantly is the speakers who come in every week to help talk about different career opportunities that may be open, which has helped guide me to have produced 2 films at the age of 16. This school has not only given me, but so many others, a second chance that they never thought they'd be able to receive. This school sets you up for success in every aspect. The Winston-Salem Street School has left an impact beyond just the school walls. The relationships and bonds formed within this school will truly last a lifetime. The students who attend there will forever be greatly impacted by what this school has done. I never thought I'd make it to 16, let alone even graduate. I owe it to the Winston-Salem Street School and the love and compassion they have shown me that has completely reinvented my life to the point that I am no longer that anger and anxiety-riddled child. I am now happier than ever and on my way to graduating this year. Although I am nervous, I know they have put me in a place to move forward graciously with God's help. With that being said, I would like to close in prayer. So if you are able and willing to, I would ask you to please bow your heads and close your eyes. Dear God, thank you for not only this opportunity to be able to share what you have done in my life, but the people you have placed in it to guide me to my calling. Thank you to everyone that is present. Please keep your hand over each and every individual in this room that they may see you work through the Winston-Salem Street School, Lord. Lord, just thank you for all you do, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Corey Russell, and I'm a graduate of the Winston-Salem Street School class of 2010, and a current board of directors member and a volunteer for the bus route 4 days a week where I transport students to the school. I'd like to thank Selena for going before me because it's kind of a difficult thing to do. I would like to thank Mike Foster and Dr. Regina Graham, staff, teachers, for what they do every day to make this a possibility of Selena's expression of what she receives from the street school. It's through them that it happens. One other person I'd like to thank is Mia Scott, who, if you were here last year, shared her testimony about the street school and who actually chose to become a member of the team and is serving the school who helped her graduate. How I got to the street school is probably a question I get asked a lot, and it's something I don't like to visit very much because I'm changed since then, but it's basically poor life choices, drug abuse, alcohol abuse, violence.
mainly just a teenager trying to deal with just the world and things that were out of my control. I think that everybody's experience of what brought them to the street schools is different. Some of them are horrific, some of them are not as much, but everybody that comes needs what the street school can deliver. Once I was at the street school, I found that my grades improved drastically, mainly because of the smaller teacher to student ratio. Just having a lot more one-on-one time with the teachers on subjects that you struggle with really helps you to grow and learn what you need to learn in order to finish high school. As in the video, I was not a very good student. I mainly failed, mainly because I was skipping school or sleeping during class. But once I got to the street school, I realized that I could actually learn the subjects that I was struggling with and had motivation to do those things. Let's see here. The street school is a wonderful ministry, as Selena has expressed, and how we opened in prayer for this meal, that if without God, that the success of the street school would not be there. Being that it's a Christian school and you can introduce Jesus Christ and his forgiveness and his mercy into people's lives is what changes them. It's not just the small scale classrooms. It's not the shorter days than public schools, but it's actually the love of Jesus Christ that is helping these students transform their life. I got through the street school. I had actually failed my sophomore year, mainly from not going. So when I went, I was still a sophomore. I completed 3 years of high school education in 2 years under the street schools administration, which I think is amazing. And there's still students that are doing it today. After I finished the street school, I continued my education to Forsyth Tech, where I studied business, and I started doing electrical work part-time. I ended up graduating from Forsyth Tech with my degree and continued to do electrical work full-time. I'm currently an unlimited electrical contractor and operate an electrical contracting business in Winston-Salem, where I have employees that work for me. Something that I never thought that I would do when I was in high school struggling to get through it. When I got my unlimited electrical license, there were less than 1 people in Winston-Salem with the same electrical license that I have. It was a great accomplishment for me, and it was based off of the stepping stones that started with the street school. I'll go through a list of places that I've worked and helped build. It's kind of a short list, and it's not everywhere, but it's impressive to me. I have wired Walmart's, Tractor Supplies, Big Lots, Harbor Freight Tools, Dollar Generals, Olive Gardens, Harris Teeter's, Costco's, Amazon's, UNC School of the Arts, Winston-Salem State University, Wake Forest University, UNC Greensboro, High Point University, Thomas Built Buses, Marsh Cabinets, Pepsi, Aquafina Line off of Union Cross Road, Mitchell Community College, AMC Movie Theaters, Forsyth County Water Treatment Plants, Forsyth Tech Community College, numerous churches, horse facilities, animal hospitals, and riding arenas, Clutch Coffees, Benton Convention Center, the new public library, Kernersville Fire Station, Orvis Fishing Supply, Vogel Nuclear Power Plant Unit 3. I have been to 43 states and I've worked in 36 of them. I had my hands, I don't know if y'all know much about nuclear energy, but the first nuclear power plant built in the United States was Vogel Unit 3 in Augusta, Georgia, and I terminated inside and outside of containment as the first nuclear power plant built in 35 years. So after getting my job doing electrical work, my career exploded. But my greatest achievement is excuse me. My greatest achievement is becoming a father to 2 children. It's only because of the person that I changed into that my wife, Charity Russell, would have me. And it's because of the church. One thing that I've found out is that failure leads to success. And I'd like to share something that probably many of you have heard before from Michael Jordan. He says that I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. My failure led me to the street school, and that's why I've succeeded.
Corey and Selena, thank you. I think we can all sit here and really realize that we come here often to hear the mission of the lunch, but we always leave incredibly inspired, thanks to our speaker from last year. So thank you for being committed to yourself and for inspiring us for what we can hopefully do for our community. So what I'm doing up here is simple. The reason I'm standing here, I've been involved in the street school for well over a decade at this point in time, and that really is largely in part to Sylvia Shelton, Sylvia's family here, so thank you all. It's great to see everybody again. Sylvia's fingerprints are all over everything that is done at the street school. She is really the architect and the foundation of a lot of the reason why we are all sitting here, this lunch exists, a lot of the reason we all feel committed to giving to this school. So Sylvia and to her family, it's an honor to be standing up here. Lastly is the ask. We are here because of a deep sense of commitment to this community. The street school is this is the best ask and the best thing I get to do all year because it is unbelievably authentic. It affects every single person here. It reflects our commitment to not only being a part of this community. The street school is a school. These kids go there to graduate and get degrees, but the street school is really in the business of changing lives, as you've seen here today. So as a community citizen, as a Winston-Salem, I feel like we've got the deep sense of trying to push our community forward. And this is a very small piece that turns into a much larger ripple that we can all be a part of. So we say give till it hurts. So I would encourage everybody here to give your time, your talent, your treasures to helping continue the school, to help continue this mission. When we started this a number of years ago, we were trying to make payroll on a monthly basis. Now we're graduating incredible people every year, and that's a reflection of the people in this room and how you all contribute. So you've got envelopes on the table. We'd love for you to either do it today or prayerfully consider how you could support the school. That's it for today. Really appreciate everybody's help. Selena and Corey, thank you all again for your incredible words. We'll all leave here inspired for a much better part of our day after this. Thanks, everybody.